Okay, in this video, let's discuss about the advanced persistent threats or APTs. Okay, it's a type of network attack whereby an attacker gains unauthorized access to a target network and remains in the network without being detected for a long time. The word advanced signifies the use of techniques to exploit the underlying vulnerabilities in the system. Word persistent signifies external command and control system that continuously extracts the data and monitors the victim's network. The word threat signifies human involvement in coordination. APT attacks are usually performed on organizations possessing valuable information. The main objective of these attacks is to obtain sensitive information rather than sabotaging the organization and its network. Some of the characteristics of advanced persistent threats are objectives. So the main objective of any APT attack is to repeatedly obtain sensitive information by gaining access to the organization's network for illegal earnings. Another objective of an APT may be spying for political or strategy goals. Okay, then other next characteristics of APT is timeliness. It refers to the time taken by an attacker from accessing the target system for vulnerabilities to exploiting them to gain and maintain access to the target system. So it is the time taken from initial stages where he assesses the target system and to actually get access to that system using the vulnerabilities is called timeliness. Usually it takes long time. Resources. It is defined as the amount of knowledge, tools, and techniques required to perform an attack. APT attacks are more sophisticated attacks performed by highly skilled cyber criminals and they require considerable resources. Risk tolerance. It is defined as the level up to which the attack remains undetected in the target network. APT attacks are well planned and executed with proper knowledge of the target network, which helps them remain undetected in the network for a long time. Skills and methods. These are the methods and tools used by attackers to perform a certain attack. Actions. Attacks follow a certain number of technical actions that make them different from other types of cyber attacks. The main objective of such attacks is to maintain their presence in the victim's network for a long time and extract as much data as possible. The next characteristics is attack origination points. They refer to the numerous attempts made to gain entry into the target network. Such points of entry can be used to gain access to the network and launch further attacks. To succeed in gaining initial access, the attacker needs to conduct exhaustive research to identify the vulnerabilities and gatekeeper functions in the target network. Numbers involved in the attack. It is defined as the number of host systems involved in the attack. APT attacks are usually performed by a crime group or a crime organization. Knowledge source. It is defined as gathering the information through online sources about the specific threats, which can be further exploited to perform certain attacks. Multi-phased. One of the important characteristics of APTC is that they follow multiple phases to execute an attack. The phases followed by an APT attack are reconnaissance, access, discovery, capture, and data exfiltration. Tailored to the vulnerabilities. The malicious code used to execute APT attacks is designed and written such that it targets the specific vulnerabilities present in the victim's network. Multiple points of entries. Once an adversary enters the target network, he or she establishes a connection with the server to download malicious code for further attacks. In the initial phase of an APT attack, the adversary creates multiple points of entry through the server to maintain access to the target network. If one point of entry is discovered and patched by the security analyst, then the adversary can use a different entry point. Evading signature based detection systems. evading signature-based detection systems. APT attacks are closely related to zero-day exploits, which contain malware that has never been previously discovered or deployed. Thus, APT attacks can easily bypass security mechanisms such as firewalls, antivirus software, IDS, IPS, and email spam filters. Specific warning signs. APT attacks are usually impossible to detect. However, some indications of an attack include inexplicable user account activities, the presence of a backdoor Trojan for maintaining access to the network, unusual file transfers and file uploads, unusual database activities, etc.